Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we had a great question on one of our videos. We've got a regular full width slider here. I've just put one slide in there. But somebody was asking, how do we put the image or video on the right hand side and the text on the left? Well, there's no simple way of doing it. There's no inbuilt way of doing it with the Divi theme itself. Well, we can do it with a bit of simple coding, and don't let that put you off. Any code I write I'll put below the video and you're welcome to use it. So I've got a full width slider here. Let's go to our customizer, and for those that don't know how, to get to the customizer, go to your dashboard, down to appearance and customize, or you can get there also by going down to Divi and theme customizer. They're both the same thing. And this is where it'll take you. And right at the bottom there, we've got a little panel that says additional CSS. This is where we can write custom code for our site. Okay, well first let's see what we're dealing with here. I'm using Google Chrome with the great inspector tools here. Most browsers have this nowadays, but if you don't, Chrome is a free download. I'm going to hit inspect. Let's see what we've got here. Here's our slide image. You can see when I hover over the class name there, ETPB slide image, it sort of blues it out so we know we got the right thing. Okay, well let's try and push this one over to the right. So I'm going to click on its class name here and just write a bit of code over here. And firstly, let's say top 0. So it's right at the top there. And let's say right 0 also. Should pull it over to the right hand side. There we go. I may be able to do without that top 0. Just take that off. Yeah, okay, we can just do the right 0 and it's over to the right hand side now, which is what we want. So let's write that into our code. I'm going to double left click on the class name here. Copy it. As it's a class, it needs to have a period or a dot in front of it. Class name. We'll open and close some curly brackets. And inside, let's put that little bit of code that we just wrote there. Okay. Hopefully that should make that permanent now when we publish it. So it looks like we've got our image in the right place here. Now let's work on getting our text over here. Over here. So again, I'm going to right click on the text itself. And we've got, looks like slide description. Yeah, that's covering all of it. The title is just the title. And the slide content is the slide content. You can position these things individually if you need to. Let's go for our description and let's just try floating it to the left hand side. So we'll say float left. Okay, well that seems to have done it, but I'm surprised because we've got a float right here. Surprised we don't have to add important to it, but that's actually done exactly what we want there. So let's just copy it. Oh, let's copy our class name first. Class. Double left click, Control C to copy. It's a class name, so it needs a period or dot in front of it again. Open and close some curly brackets. And let's put our float left in there. Okay, let's publish this. Yeah, let's get this out of the way and we'll refresh and see if it actually stays there. Like I say, I've got a feeling I might have to force that one. Yeah, it's not stayed on the left hand side. So don't like to use important, but in this case I believe I have to. Well, there we go. Publish this now. make sure it's going to stay there. That's better. That's more like it. And of course, if you wanted to, you can use a bit more CSS to shrink that up a bit if you think it's encroaching on the image too much. Let's just give it some width. Let's try, well, 50% is probably what it's got at the moment. Let's try 40%. And again, looks like we may have to force that. So there we go. Let's squash it down to 40% there. Let's save our changes. Let's put a semicolon on the end of there before we do. Always put a semicolon on the end. It's alright if you don't put it on the last one in a series, but if you don't put it on ones before that, it will not read the next line of code. So it's good practice to put a semicolon on all of them. So good, we'll publish this. Let's go back to this page with our slider on it. And there we go, we've reversed it there. So I hope that's answered your question. That is how to switch over the elements on your full width slider. Obviously, if you want to put it in more, you can adjust it with some more CSS, padding, margin, etc. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.